If you are an LOL Esports fan, this is the best time of the year. Worlds kicked off today with some banger matches actually starting right off the rip. And in this video today, we're going to be going over the 10 best teams headed into Worlds 2024, so you know what teams and players to look out for as the matches start getting underway. I am Germ, the host of Sheep Esports here on YouTube. And first, I just want to mention real quick that all of our offseason and Worlds coverage is powered by Holy. Make sure you guys go check out the first link in the description below and use code SE5 to get a nice little discount. Holy has all kinds of different stuff ranging from energy drinks to iced tea to different hydration sets, all that kind of stuff. Maybe go pick up the Holy Energy Starter set today. With that being said, let's get right into this. We are going over our power rankings for Worlds. Starting off at number 10, the Sheep Esports team has thrown together this power rankings that I'm sure you guys will totally agree with and love every single second of. Team Liquid. I know there's going to be some controversy, some drama, and some people feeling a type of way about having an NA team in the top 10. There's some people who think an NA team should never deserve to be in the top 10 ever. And there's some people who are obviously going to be saying, hey, this is NA's year. Maybe Team Liquid, maybe FlyQuest, maybe one of these teams is going to make a nice little run. But whatever. Here we have 10 Team Liquid from the LCS, not the LCS champions, actually, the runner-ups in the finals, losing to FlyQuest on that absolutely insane and absurd, minion base race or whatever was going on. But obviously, the LCS second place team, here they let the Winions destroy their Nexus, but the LCS second seed should have learned from their mistakes. Despite that unfortunate episode, Team Liquid dominated NA all year long. Obviously, they went to MSI. They did some good things there. Obviously, when they beat Fnatic, they had some close games with T1. They're a team that has been growing and at certain times looking very, very strong. And like we said, coming off a nice international performance where they also got that experience from MSI as well. Hopefully, they'll be able to carry some of that over into Worlds. Now, obviously, you would like your team to have won the championship and be coming into their best form, but we don't want to read too much into just one single match or series or set or whatever. So Team Liquid, they were very strong in North America the whole year. Obviously, there's going to be some question marks about, APA, how he's going to be able to step up. Are their players all going to show their best form, and what form is Umti going to come into as well? Is he going to carry them and be a beast, or is he maybe going to be not so dominant? I don't know. Team Liquid has some big potential. They have a ton of big names. They have talent. They could perform. They could not. Whatever. NA has some hope, and then you have obviously FlyQuest, who actually won the championship, maybe coming in some hope as well. Maybe this will be a decent year for NA. Who knows? But I'm sure people are going to have a lot to say about Team Liquid being in the top 10 of our power rankings here at Sheep Esports. So at number 9, we have Dplus Kia. Even though they were the LCK's third seed, they're the last Asian major team of our ranking. Unlike WeBo or T1, Dplus are not a team known for upsets, and they are the only team from the LCK LPL with a rookie among their ranks, so that's obviously very interesting, and it's going to be great for them to be getting experience and learning from their first competition here at Worlds. Lucid and Moham come out of their first year in the Korean League, and even though they did great, the jungler was named Rookie of the Year. This lack of experience can be difficult to overcome while facing high pressure in the prestigious tournament, and that is a big thing. Again, all these teams, they have veterans from all over, and Worlds is just a different stage. Worlds is a different beast. The crowds are going to be crazy. The pressure is going to be there. If you lose, if you don't show up, your season is over. Your season's done, and you're going to have a nice long break till next year. Sometimes rookies come up and rise to the occasion. Sometimes they falter a little bit. Sometimes people don't really show their true potential to like their second or third Worlds or something like that. So Dplus Kia, obviously they're a very talented team. They're a strong team, but we have them at number 9. Number 8, we have WeBo Gaming. The LPL surprise strikes again. Indeed, as last year, the team barely made it to Worlds by qualifying with a second place finish during the regional finals. WeBo was even more on the edge last year, since this time they faced Ruler, JDG, and went all the way to 5 games to be finally recognized at the LPL's 4th seed. 5 games. It's also been their mojo all summer playoffs long. Again, this team, obviously they're talented. Obviously they are a strong team, but they have not been convincing in their victories in their matches. So, like we said, at Worlds, there's so much variance, there's so much pressure, the stakes are high. If you're a team that's not able to cleanly close out games consistently or always show up in your best in every single match, that could ultimately be your downfall at Worlds. So a team that, it's good that they're winning in 5 games. It's good they're showing up in those high pressure situations, but you obviously had to lose some matches to even get there in the first place, and maybe that shows some concerns as well. So we have WeBo here at number 8. Number 7, we have LNG after last year's loss in quarterfinals against the world champions T1. LNG kept going with the same roster and only replaced Tarzan with Weiwei. Despite the disappointing result of spring, the 7th and 8th, LNG kept hoping and eventually reached the upper bracket of playoffs with their second place finish in the summer's Rumble stage, losing only 1 game. Still, their hope didn't last too long, with Top Esports sweeping them 3-0, followed by their 3-2 loss against WeBo Gaming. So they had a nice little run, but then they cooled off, so they're maybe not coming into Worlds at their absolute best form, but still, of course, they are a very strong team. And at the LPL, it seems like every year we get some LPL teams that randomly overperform and randomly underperform. LPL teams are always very, very hard to rank, very hard to quantify coming into tournaments like this, but we're throwing LNG at number 7. At number 6, we have G2 Esports. So we have the NA at number 10. We have EU significantly higher, but of course, there's going to be all kinds of thoughts and opinions of where you put G2. You know, is G2 the 4th best team, the 5th, 6th, 7th? I'm sure people are going to have them all over the place, and I'm so excited to see how the European powerhouse is going to perform at this year's World Championships. Year after year, the West's best hope in international events continues to be the same, G2. Nearly unbeatable in the LEC since 2002, they've pushed their dominance to the max this season. G2 completed the Grand Slam on the old continent by winning every possible title, all 3 splits, plus the season final. All 3 splits plus the season final. Got a little repeat in there, but Caps once again showed his edge over the local rivals on the mid lane. It was probably Broken Blade who shined the brightest this year. BB has showed impressive consistency even when he's found himself on the weak side. So G2, they come in obviously with a ton of experience. If anyone from the West is going to make some noise at this year's championship, you know, the safe bet is always G2. And yeah, I mean, this season really seems no different when you have the best Western player of all time in Caps. You're always going to have a chance to do some things, but obviously he's going to need some help, and he's going to need to show up and not only just perform well, but perform, you know, some of the best he's ever played in his career if they want to do something at this Worlds. I think throwing them in the middle is fine. I wouldn't have minded if we put them a little bit higher, and I'm obviously hoping that they finish a little bit higher. Top Esports here at number 5 since 2021. Top Esports have been facing a rather annoying problem. The team struggles to deliver when it matters most. The 2024 LPL season once again reinforced that problem. Top Esports played at an excellent level, but ultimately, just like in the last 2 years, Top failed to capture the title. They finished 2nd in spring and then more importantly 3rd in summer. So obviously without winning any titles this year, it's tough to put them too high above 5th, but it is Worlds. Anything can happen. Teams that don't win the LCK or the LPL sometimes have really, really awesome performances and end up even winning the World Championship. So Top Esports definitely has a chance to redeem themselves, but obviously so far they've struggled to get the job done ultimately. So having them, you know, outside those very, very top contenders doesn't seem too crazy to me. We have Top Esports at number 5. Here at number 4, we have T1. T1 is always going to be a very, very controversial team. There's going to be people who say, you know, you should never bet against T1, you should never bet against Faker at Worlds, even, you know, no matter what form they showed throughout the regular season in the LCK. But obviously, offering the 4th spot in our power rankings to T1 may seem incongruous given the team's recent performances. Faker and his team showed major shortcomings during the LCK summer playoffs, losing heavily twice to HLE, 3-0 then 3-1, and finishing only 3rd. The team also came close to missing out on this year's competition, securing their ticket to Europe in, you know, the very end, beating Dplus Kia in the upper bracket of the regional finals. T1 needed 5 games to defeat KT, or after being beaten, by Dplus Kia, they needed 5 games to beat KT Rolster. So obviously they barely even made it to World. There's a World where Faker and T1 are not even at this World Championship, so maybe it seems a little bit crazy to put them at 4, but like I said, you know, it's not really in my best interest, or I think in many people's best interest, to be betting against Faker and T1 at Worlds too often. Seems like they always show up and they always find a way to at least be competitive, if not win the whole damn thing. Hanalife Esports, number 3. Hanwha finally came to life. I love that. This summer, indeed, the team will be representing LCK as the league's first seed this year. Might seem a little bit weird to have the number 1 seed at 3, but hey, whatever. After a thrilling best of 5 that went all the way to the last game against GenG, HLE finally won on Silver Scrapes. Zika and Viper finally got to lift their first LCK trophy with it. Naturally, will carry the region's hopes for Worlds to come. Number 2, BLG Gaming. Last year was their launching program, but in 2024, BLG had just taken over the Chinese league. The LPL first seed came even close 3 times to taking over the international stage. No doubt they will at least come close to own this edition of Worlds. If BLG has nothing left to prove domestically, the organization is still looking to open its track record internationally. Actually, every player is looking to finally win their first World trophy, as they're the only team from China or Korea participating without any World champions. So they're going to have a different fire. They're going to have a different ambition to, you know, prove themselves, get this thing done for the first time. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be a whole nother motivation. Sometimes after you win, you know, you lose that fire a little bit, but all these guys still have that fire. That's really going to help them out. They've been a Chinese powerhouse throughout the whole year. Can they get it done and take this thing home at Worlds? Obviously, the Sheep Esports team thinks no. They have them at number 2, but maybe you think so. And finally, number 1, we have GenG. This take would have been a no-brainer without their loss on Game 5 during the LCK Summer Final, and that is precisely why GenG are favorites to win it all. Indeed, it would not be relevant to base our power rankings on a single Game 5 loss. All over the year, the Tigers dominated, and even during the whole summers, except for the finals. Starting in spring, the team only lost 1 match of the entire split against KT Rolster, 0-2 in week 4 before lifting the cup. Chovy and his teammates kept the momentum at MSI, where the mid laner won his first international trophy, and now he's going to be going for his second with Worlds 2024 in his sights. This is a sick picture. This is so dope. I love the gold, and obviously they're going to be chasing gold at this year's World Championship, but that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. This is our World 2024 power rankings, the top 10 teams in the mind of Sheep Esports headed into Worlds, but that's just what we think. Let us know what you guys think. I'd love to hear what you think we got right, what we think we got wrong, what your power rankings looks like. Where would you put teams like Team Liquid or G2 or T1? Let us know how smart or dumb or whatever you think we are. And like I said, check out the first link in the description below. Code SE5 to pick up some Holy for yourselves. Get that awesome discount. Take advantage of that. Thank you to them. With that being said, hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.